Shavon, Furrow, and Jason Smithberg here, day 10 of spring ball practice at Bulldog Stadium. Jason, you spoke to Coach Schramm, and after practice we actually saw a few players running sprints. Does that mean that the team was in trouble, or did they have a bad day of practice?
Well, Shavon, I initially thought it was because they had a bad day of practice, but when I spoke to Coach Schramm afterwards, he said that this was basically as a result of some guys who really weren't practicing as hard as they should have been during their initial scrimmage on Monday. Said some guys were out there lollygagging a little bit, and so this was just kind of a carryover from the way they played or they didn't play on Monday. So you can obviously tell now that spring practice is starting to get a lot more physical, a lot more revved up, and now the coaching staff, I think, really means business as we get towards the end of the spring here.
Coach Schramm actually talked about Darryl Cash, running back. He seemed to be getting a lot more reps out there, and he's doing pretty good. What did Coach Schramm have to say about him?
Coach Schramm had some very positive things to say about Darryl Cash. Obviously, Martez Waller is still injured, and with him still being injured, that means that Darryl probably would be next on the depth chart to replace him. And when I asked Coach Schramm about Cash and what he sees out there and what he likes, he said he brings a more physical presence out there on the field than what Robbie Rouse had. Doesn't really quite have the open field speed that Robbie has, but he says that Cash still has the ability to make some big plays and get out there and make things happen. So he's been really impressed with his progress so far, and they're liking what they're seeing from him.
And what do you think Coach Schramm feels about the second and third teamers getting some reps in, and what is their progress throughout the spring ball?
Well, Coach Schramm was upfront and honest. He said these second and third teamers can't go out there and expect to just know everything off the fly. He said their progress has still been kind of slow, and he says they still have to get adjusted to a lot of the plays they're working on. And I would expect that in the coming weeks here, we're going to be seeing more demanded from these second and third teamers.
Shavon, Furrow, and Jason Smithberg signing off at Bulldog Stadium. For more information, visit fsbulldogs.com and make sure to follow us on Twitter at Fresno Dogs.